around 70% of the Indian population lives in less than $2 per day, which is approximately rupees 150. Now multiply that by 30, which is their monthly income, and that is how much we sometimes spend on a single outing. Are you wondering why I'm reciting out these numbers to you? Well, because it's important for you and I to recognize our privilege. To recognize that according to a consensus conducted in 2011, 1 in 4 children of school-going age are out of school in our country. 99 million children in total have dropped out of school. So to even presume that India is ready for digital education would be rather insensitive. Greetings to all. Today I, Paki Baranwal, am here to strongly support the motion that digital India is not ready for digital education. I'm not denying the fact that online classes to an extent have been our only alternative during this pandemic. But to say that India is ready for online education would mean ignoring 1 in every 5 boys and 1 in every 2 girls that are malnourished in India. A survey by the Child Rights Body CRY, conducted among children in 4 southern states, found that about 94% of the respondents did not have access to smartphones or the internet for online education. So the idea, while spectacular, is unfortunately not very inclusive. The coronavirus pandemic has done more than just wreak havoc on our outings and everyday life. It has caused the economy to go downhill and for millions of people to lose their livelihood. In a time like this, when even more families can't even afford to put food in their stomach, the idea of spending money on technology is a paradox. Hypothetically, if the government does manage to provide everyone with a mobile phone, somewhere down the line in times of financial distress, these families might end up selling them to put food in their stomach. And quite frankly, I don't blame them. Ladies, gentlemen, and others, you might remember how the government launched the midday meal scheme as an incentive for parents with lower income to send their children to school, even if it was just for a free meal. So do you really believe these same parents who send their kids to school for the purpose of nutrition can afford digital education? What I find ironic is that some of us are sitting here contending for digital education when we ourselves know how much children actually study in online classes. Students have a short attention span. Plus, it is virtually impossible to create the same disciplined and study-oriented environment at home that we have in school. Moreover, what the opposition is conveniently choosing to ignore is that while at the crux of school-life education, there is so much more that schools are responsible for. They are the first place where kids learn social behavior, make friends, and switching to digital education would mean taking all of that away from children. I'd like to rest my case by reciting a few lines I wrote. To believe that a butterfly can fly is indeed an alluring idea. But when they do not have the resources to even form a cocoon, our belief remains nothing but our neglect. Thank you.